Before I install the coilovers, I do want to install these SPL tie rod ends while I'm doing an alignment anyways. These should correct for bump steers that I've been having issues with. Before I replace the tires, I'd hit a bump and then the steering wheel would just go all over the place. Once I replaced the tires, just from driving a little bit, I think the tires was mainly the culprit of the problem, but I went ahead and beefed up the tie rod ends just in case if that didn't solve the problem. These ones should correct for bump steer on lowered vehicles. Since I'm lowering this thing, it's gonna be a win-win either way. First thing I gotta do is remove that cotter pin. Just got me some dikes. Should do the trick here. Okay, well, it's a little broken, but it's fine. We're gonna replace it anyways. So I'm gonna hit it with some PV blaster. Both of the bolts here, I totally missed, but that's all right. Grab yourself a 22 millimeter and break this bad boy loose. Oh. Let's get a 18 millimeter on a swivel with an impact. Next, we're gonna hammer time.
Hammer time.
We're going to count how many revolutions we take this off, so we have an accurate idea of trying to basically get alignment as close as possible. 1, 2, 3, 14, 15, 16. That's about 16. Here is the aftermarket SPL parts, and then here is the OEM. Big difference. How to install these outer tie rod ends. You have to put this stud in first. We're gonna torque this to 75 foot-pounds. Hold a wrench onto here as we're torquing this down, and then we can assemble the rest. Install the outer tie rod end and thread it onto here. I didn't realize, since this is aftermarket, the number of revolutions doesn't really matter. It's gonna be off. Now we have 3 different size spacers. This is gonna correct for bump steer. What you're wanting is that tie rod to be as level as possible. I'll probably start with the biggest one since that's close to OEM. Get the desired spacer, and then we'll see how this mocks up. Make sure you note the orientation after you take this off, because I had this flipped around, but one side for the SPL outer tie rod end is gonna be upside down. The logo is gonna be facing upside down, which threw me off. So just keep note when you remove the OEM, put the curvature back to what OEM was. After we get the right spacer and this looks level, which it does. Next, we're gonna torque this bottom lock nut to 80 foot-pounds. Now, this is gonna be a pain just because of the fact that it has a nylon lock. So this is the passenger side. Just keep note of that curve right there, because I almost messed up on the driver's side. If you notice on the driver's side, the SPL parts logo is upside down, but that's the only way I can get it where that curve is the way it's supposed to be orientated.